Alright, so this is the newest addition to the lineup. It's a 95 Plymouth Voyager. Same thing as a Chrysler Town & Country, Dodge Caravan. This is the short version. There's a longer version. It's got the 3.3 V6. It's a 4-speed automatic, I believe. Yeah, there it is in all its glory. It's a 2-wheel drive. Was hoping to find something that was a 4-wheel drive, but you know, whatever. Inside, it's pretty dirty. This thing's got 245,000 miles on the clock. It's got like the OEM radio and everything. But yeah, the person that I bought it from, she drove it across a couple states and stuff, and she said she lived in it for a little while, you know, just living the van life and stuff, and she didn't need it anymore, and she didn't want to junk it, so she just offered it up. There was no seats in the back when I got it, but I did find these on Marketplace, so these are gonna go in it. So I have the seats now. The headliner is coming down, so I'm gonna tear it off and see it's all like loose, especially back here in the back. I'm gonna tear that off and just get some navy blue cloth and just put it on myself. Issues with the van, I mean, on the outside it's ugly. I don't know if, yeah, the video will catch this. You can see where this thing was like painted with like house paint or something. You can see the brush strokes, and the whole van is painted like this. It's all white in case there was peeling, probably like here. You can see where there was a big part of the paint just peeled off. They probably just did that to like cover all that stuff up, which, you know, whatever. This is gonna be an adventure van for me and my kids. We're gonna use it to go fishing and go camping and just bring our dogs along. And I wanted something that I could load up with stuff and the kids and the dogs and not worry about like mud and dirt and water if we go swimming and stuff like that. So it's just something that we can trash and ride in. The thing like runs pretty well. It does have a transmission fluid leak, a motor oil leak, and it has a coolant leak. This seal for the axle for the transmission, this seal is blown out, so I'm just gonna get that swapped out. The pan for the transmission looks like it's leaking in the back here. Probably the gasket's worn out and stuff, so dried out and crusty. So I have one of those too. I also have the transmission filter. So I gotta drop this pan down. I'll change out the filter and get new fluid in there, and then a new seal, and then hopefully that'll take care of that leak. This oil pan is just all dented and beat up, and it also has a leak. So, and you can see how neglected this thing's been. There's just oil caked on everywhere and just like fluid and dirt accumulation. And then see how it's all just dripping and it's all gross. So I got a new pan. I'm gonna drop the pan, put on the new one, get new oil, new filter. Gonna get upper and lower radiator hoses because this one looks pretty dry, and it's like, see how it's dry and cracking, so that's gonna blow out at any minute. And you can see that it's got like oil that like eats away at the rubber and stuff and like makes it crack. So That's probably never been changed out. Look how dry that is. It looks like a snake and scaly. On the top side, it's gonna need some new valve cover gaskets. This one's easy to get to. The other one, you have to remove the intake manifold. So I'll remove the intake manifold and all that stuff. Get new valve cover gaskets and new gasket for the manifold. So that, cause yeah, look up here, this side has obviously got leaks and stuff. On the other side, it doesn't look as bad, but there is like, there are leaks. So I'm just gonna do the valve cover gaskets. And the coolant leak is coming from my radiator. Like in this corner right on the top, it's got like the slightest little leak creeping up from under, and it's a very light leak. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get a new radiator and swap it out, just because, you know, it's coming from the radiator itself. So, and it looks like it's in a place where I'm not gonna be able to repair it. So I'll just get a new one and slap it on, and that'll be that. And that should take care of all the leaks. Other than that, this it's running pretty, I think it's running pretty well. It shifts gears pretty smooth and all that kind of thing. The engine idles nice. And that's something I really like about V6 engines, is they idle really quietly. They idle really nice and smooth. And that thing just kicks on every time, just like that. The tires, they were probably about a year old before I bought it. The person who sold it to me showed me the receipts and stuff. So they still have some life on them. Eventually I'll get some new ones or something, but yeah, the tires are still pretty new. So that was the score. I got this van for $300, so just it having decent tires was paid for the van itself, I think. So pretty much everything works in this van, like the power windows, the power mirrors, they all work. The thing that doesn't work is the power locks. And also the radio turns on, but all I get is static, so either stereo doesn't work or the antenna is disconnected on it, and I just have to plug it in, and then it'll pick up the stations. But yeah, it does turn on and everything. The AC doesn't work. The fans blow and everything, but you know, it's not cold air. So it's just, you know, a bunch of little things like that. But overall, it's a pretty decent van. I mean, for the age and the miles that this thing has seen, I think it's in pretty good shape.